Hi guys, how you all doing? I just want to take 5 minutes of your time. Just putting my cream away. Just to point out maybe that sometimes when you're speaking to people, maybe be more aware of your words and your tone and the delivery you're sentencing and what you're trying to say. Sometimes when you're frustrated and you're wound up and you're speaking to somebody else, sometimes without realising, sometimes you know fine well, you are taking that frustration and that pent up agitation and everything else out on somebody else that you're speaking to who have completely nothing to do with the reason that you are agitated and frustrated and wound up. Text messaging, when you're arguing with somebody or you're having a discussion with somebody through text message, it can always get picked up wrong. It never ever comes across the way you intend it to, and you never know what mood the other person that you're having this conversation is in, so you don't know how they're going to take it. You don't know how they're going to accept what you're saying, if they're going to accept what you're saying, or if they're going to take offence to it and have a go. Again, a lot of people are wound up. You don't know what's going on in somebody else's life. You don't understand what they're going through at that point in time. You might have spoke to them half an hour before it and they might have been fine. Something else might have happened. Plus they would need reminding of mental health, and people have their down days and their down moments. And although people do have these moments, everybody is adult enough to understand I'm having a down day, I'm going to distance myself. I'm not really feeling up to conversation. So if you're not really feeling up to conversation, don't have the conversation, because there's a good chance that butterfly effect is going to come into play and your mood is then going to reflect on somebody else and they're going to end up turning their day into a negative, and that just breeds negativity. And all it is through you choosing your words, your tone and your delivery of your sentence and your point and everything else. So maybe guys, have a wee bit more thought on how you speak to people. Have a wee bit more thought on your mood before you speak to people. If you're not feeling that great, then maybe just distance yourself and give yourself that time to pick yourself out of the mood. A lot of people have got mental problems, they've got emotional problems. People aren't dealing too well with circumstances, and again, as I touched on before, there is a lot of pent up frustration, anger. People are angry at people for ridiculous reasons, but really if you'd been about doing your daily day-to-day things, you probably wouldn't have been as wound up as what you were about something ridiculously silly, which of course at you at the time doesn't seem ridiculously silly. So guys, just be aware of how you speak to people. Be aware that your negativity can breed very quickly, and it can go. I mean, you talk to one person, but then that one person's in the same household, and it just continues to go until somebody stops the cycle. So instead of the cycle starting, how about you just stop it where it was, and remember that you don't understand and you don't know what other people are going through. So maybe be more aware of how you're speaking to people and how you talk to people and words you use, because a lot of people are so easily offended now. So, if you're going to be offended, you're usually just looking for a reason to argue. So, my personal opinion, I'll say what I want, but anyway, guys, just be aware of how you speak to each other. Just love each other, just be more aware of it, be kind to everybody. There's no need for stressful situations. It just breeds and spreads like wildfire, and it's not always a good thing. It's a bad thing, and it doesn't help any matters at all. It doesn't help any situation you're in, and it doesn't help solve any problems. It just creates more. So I just wanted to get that point across to you guys. There's so much across Facebook as well, and there's so much ego on Facebook. Ego is such a horrible thing. It's just so much it. you know, teach people that don't try and be bigger and better all the time. Like, you know, if somebody's doing something wrong, tell them, you know, like, teach them how to do it right. That's if you know, because there's a lot of people too quick to point out you're doing something wrong, but don't know how to do it themselves. So, you know, guys, going to be mindful of that, because it has a very negative effect, and somebody might be having that bad a day, and your wrong words might just floor that person. You know, that whereas your positive words could pick that person up for a couple of hours, couple of days. So, you know, guys, think about the words you use, think about how you speak to people. It doesn't hurt to be kind, and it doesn't cost anything to be kind. Please remember that. Have a nice night, guys. Got my point across now. Thank you. Take care. Bye bye. Love you.